Hello, ladies and genitals. I don't care if you don't like that new intro thing I'm gonna say. I'm gonna say it because it came from my favorite Borderlands YouTuber, who is dead. Anyways, I decided to make a Storytime video, and I'm gonna make this one a little short, maybe not 10 minutes, because, it's just more editing work for me, because, I have to fucking export the audio file, and then yada yada, so, yeah. Anyways, I wanted to talk about something weird that I saw a while back, and it reappeared recently, and I haven't really told anyone this, outside of my family, so, a while back when I was like 4 or 5-ish, I went to Lake San Antonio, and we set up camp there, and we were like, I was with my cousins and whatnot, and we were doing camping things, barbecuing, swimming in the lake, the usual, and when it came to nighttime, I went to bed inside the tent with, there was my dad in the tent, so it was me and my dad, and, I had a really weird dream where I was like, it had like a feeling to it, but I don't really remember the visuals. There was like a feeling of just like shakingness, right? Or like someone, it felt like I could have a seizure, but I wasn't having a seizure. It's really hard to explain, but I could feel like as if someone was just like sitting still, they're happy, and then out of nowhere they just start violently shaking, and that's just like really disturbing to think about for me, but that's what it felt like. And as I woke up from that, I didn't like huddle next to my parents at all. I was just kind of like, wow, that was a weird dream. So then, since you're like half awake, right, and your brain's not really fully operational, I stepped outside of my tent, and I was like rubbing my eyes, and then I heard like this humming noise. It almost sounded like a generator, but like it was just like a little quieter, not as loud, but it was just humming. And I was like half asleep, right? So I wasn't really like awake at all, and I was just staring at the lake, half asleep, and I saw just this. It looked like a disc, but what makes me believe that this is a more real alien encounter than anything that most people have, claimed to see, was that it doesn't look like anything like the flying saucers that people report, right? Everyone goes like, oh, I saw the flying alien UFO. No, this one looked different. Like, it looked sort of like, it kind of looked like the Millennium Falcon from Star Wars. But, like, imagine a circle and then a square attached to it, right? So it kind of looks like a, I'll just show, like, an image or something I'll create in Google Slides. But it looks sort of like that, and it had streaks of light coming down from, like, the entirety of the thing. And I saw the water was, like, slowly, like, moving. It was like rippling, but it didn't ripple out of that area. It only rippled underneath the craft, and it was the strangest thing I saw. I didn't go like, Dad, aliens. I just kept quiet, and that was the weirdest thing, because it felt like I wanted to say something, but I just didn't say anything. And I was just staring at it, like, with my half turned on brain, and I'm just like kind of mindlessly looking at it. And I knew it was weird, but I didn't tell anyone. And I don't know if the weird dream was influenced by the craft at all. I highly doubt it, but it's possible that something did that. But I went back to sleep, woke up, and it wasn't there anymore. So it wasn't a building, it wasn't some sort of tower, and it certainly just, like, it had some sort of supernatural property to it. And I've told, like, a couple of my friends this story. They'll be like, oh, you saw this? Some believe me, some don't. But I certainly think that, like, if we have technology that can detect blips from stars as if planets go in front of them, and if we can detect color patterns from planets and notice that there's water on certain things, wouldn't you think that aliens would have that, but extremely better? So if they can see that, let's say they have a telescope, right, or they have some sort of mechanism that looks at stars and the planets that orbit around them, they find that there's a hint of blue and there's a hint of light on it. light on the planet. So they think, oh, well, civilization must be there. So they go there and they figure out that a civilization is on the planet, right? But why wouldn't they interact with us? Well, why would they? Why would they need to cause trouble? Why would they possibly start war or conflict when they can figure us out first? Figure out how we work, right? So I don't know what that craft was doing there at Lake San Antonio. And it was like far away from me, but it wasn't that far at all. Like the hum felt like it was all around us, right? It should have been coming. The voice should, the noise should have went throughout the entirety of the lake, but it felt like I was wearing headphones. Like the noise was isolated, and it was very like crisp. It was weird. And this freaked me out so much because just 4 days ago, I went outside and I was taking out the trash, and I saw the same shaped craft. And I could not believe it. I'm like, okay, this time I'm not half asleep. I am awake. I woke up like 2 hours ago. My sleeping schedule is fucking screwed, especially during these times. I knew I was awake. And I was like, that's the thing. That's it. And I took out my phone and I don't have space. I don't have space. So then I go get my grandma. I told her, hey, remember the ship that I told you about? Remember that? And then I went to my mom. I told her, hey, look, this is the thing I was talking about. And then it wasn't there. Okay, this is more real than anything I've ever said on my fucking channel, and it's like crazy because, like, you know, with my other Storytime videos, I normally try to be humorous, but this one was just like really just like fascinating. Like, is this craft like assigned to like monitor me or my family? Because last time my dad was there, my mom wasn't there, but it was like really weird. It was really weird, and yeah. So I don't know. Just two instances. Two instances. The same craft. It's like there's something going on, and Carmel is like a far away is from Lake San Antonio, so it probably knows about me, or maybe is friggin' listening to what I'm saying right now. Like, it's probably monitoring what I'm saying on this mic. So I don't know. I just thought that was a unique story to share with you guys. And oh Jesus, are we already over 12 minutes? Man, I really like talking for a long time, so I'm sorry if I made this longer than it had to be, but I don't know, I just felt like sharing the story. And if you guys have any sort of paranormal, strange occurrences that ever happened in your life, just like, you know, feel free to share it down in the comments, because I'm actually interested, because if you guys ever seen anything peculiar, I want to hear. And yeah, and I did see other things as well, but it wasn't as concrete as what I'm telling you right now. Like, I saw this one triangle that was moving in July of like maybe a couple years ago. I was looking up. I was at a pool, and I saw stars, and then 3 of the stars moved. Like, this was not a plane. It was something, okay? The stars were still. I looked up, right? I was just looking up the stars, and then 3 of them move like they're all connected together in a triangle. So that was weird, but I couldn't see a physical craft. But yeah, so anyways, that does it for this little story time video. I don't know, I just felt like hopping on the mic right now. It's 10:44 p.m., so my family's not asleep yet, but they will be soon, so I don't know, I just felt like talking. And talking takes a little bit of the stress off my chest. I don't really have a lot of stress, but you know what I mean. I just feel like fucking doing it. Alrighty, fucking bye, I guess.